Welcome back. After you have already installed your Flare VM, you might find that there are still some missing files. That is to be expected because the Flare VM installation process is not perfect and it might miss some files. And these are four of the programs which are missing from my installation. First one is FakeNet, and you can know that it is not there because if you go to your Flare here and you look up Flare, you don't find FakeNet. Also, there is if you search for FakeNet, it doesn't appear. So, and then the other one is HashMyFiles. HashMyFiles also should be found in the Flare utilities folder, but it is not there. And the other one is Regshot. Regshot is also supposed to be in the Flare utilities folder, but it is also missing. The other one missing is Ghidra. So Ghidra is also nowhere to be found. Ghidra normally will be installed under debuggers, but you don't see Ghidra there. So now I'm going to show you how to install these missing files. And this one you can get it from FakeNet. This one you can get it from this link. This one you can get it from this link. And this one you can download from this link. So after you have downloaded it from these links, I will show you how to install it. Now, to make it easy for you guys, instead of you guys going to each one of these individual links to download those individual files, I will upload them for you. And you just have to download these four programs from the resource section for this lecture and just install it based on my instructions, which I'll be explaining next. So for FakeNet, to install FakeNet, there is nothing to install already. You just download the FakeNet file from my resource section and then go to your C drive. There will be a tools folder. Put your FakeNet there, which is FakeNet 1.411 zip, unzip it, and then you should have FakeNet folder here like this. And then if you wanted to put FakeNet on your task manager or your desktop, so all you have to do is just run FakeNet, and then you will see that FakeNet now is in your taskbar down here. So if you want to put it in the taskbar, just right click and click pin to taskbar. Now you can close FakeNet and FakeNet will be on the taskbar permanently. Now when FakeNet runs, it will log to this folder FakeNet 1411 in your tools. The pcat file is there. Later on in the coming lectures regarding network analysis, you will understand the significance of this file, .pcat file. Every time FakeNet runs, it will save the .pcat file here, so you can just delete it after every session if you wanted to. The other way to run FakeNet is to go to this location. So I will copy the location. Then you open your command prompt and you type cd and you right click to paste the path that you have copied and then hit enter. And then you can run FakeNet from here. The advantage of running FakeNet from here is that you'll be able to see the output. As it runs, you can see the output. For example, if I go to any website, you will be able to see the FakeNet output. Let's say I click any of the links, there should be some traffic being generated over here, as you can see, like that. So this is probably one good reason to use FakeNet from the command prompt. You can also run FakeNet from the task manager, since you have the taskbar, since you already pin it there. So just click on it, and then you go to any website, just click any website, and you can run it from there. But you won't see any outputs from here. So probably you should be running it from the command prompt in order to see the outputs. The second thing you want to install is your HashMyFiles. So HashMyFiles you can download here, or just use the one that I provide for you. Again, this one doesn't require any installation. All you need to do is put your HashMyFiles zip file there in this location, tools location, unzip it, and then you have your HashMyFiles exe there. And then from here you can just double click to start HashMyFiles. Now in some of the upcoming videos, the HashMyFiles has been integrated into the context menu. That means if I were to click on any file, HashMyFiles will appear here. But I don't think it is really necessary to do that, because if you wanted to put it here, then you have to go through the complicated process of editing your registry. So I don't think it's necessary. So we just, if you run it from here, just double click this to run it. Every time you want to hash a file, you just drag the file that you want to hash, and then it will hash for you. It will hash it for you like this. Okay, so this is how you use HashMyFiles. You can create a shortcut on the desktop if you wanted. Just right click, drag, and go to the desktop, release, and then you can say create shortcut here. Then you have a shortcut there. But I leave it to you. Preferably, I mean, for me, I don't want to have my desktop too cluttered, so I just leave it like this. The next one is Regshot. Regshot also, there is no installation required. You just have to download Regshot and then put it in your tools folder over here. Okay, this is Regshot here. Regshot is a 7-zip file. So unzip it and you have a folder called Regshot 190. Then you want to run it, just run this one, Regshot x64 Unicode, to start the Regshot. That's it. Okay, and if you want to put this in your desktop as a shortcut, you are free to do so as well. Then last one is Ghidra. Ghidra, you can use the version that I provide for you, or you can download the latest from here. I leave it to you. Ghidra also does not require any installation. So after you have downloaded the zip file for Ghidra, you just put it in your tools folder, and then you can unzip it. So after you unzip Ghidra file, you get this folder. Inside it you have a ghidrarun.bat. So whenever you want to start Ghidra, just double click this ghidrarun.bat. Ghidra is a Java program, so it uses a bash script to start your Ghidra. You will see a black window pop up. That is perfectly normal for Ghidra, for all Java programs. So now Ghidra has started up as usual. Now sometimes you might get an error saying that you cannot find a JDK. JDK means Java Development Kit. Now Java Development Kit is necessary as a prerequisite in order to run Ghidra, because Ghidra depends on it. Ghidra needs Java Development Kit version 11 and above. So lucky for us, FlatVM already comes installed with Java Development Kit. And you can confirm that by going to your command prompt, open the command prompt, and then you just type javac-version, and you will see the version for your Java Development Kit JDK version. So this is 11.0.13, which is just fine because Ghidra needs at least version 11 and above. So sometimes Ghidra will complain that it cannot find the location of Java Development Kit JDK. So the location is over here. Let me show you where it is found. It is found in Program Files, Java, and then this is JRE, different. You need to look for OpenJDK. This is the one. There you go. OpenJDK 11 and bin folder. So this bin folder, bins for binary, contains all the important binaries that is required by Ghidra. And Ghidra needs to be able to find this path. So in order to tell Ghidra that in this bin folder that contains the JDK, you may need to edit your environment variables. So just copy this path, and then go here and search for, right click here and search for env, and then you will see edit system environment variables. Just click on it and then go down to the tab advanced startup recovery. Outside of it, below that, you have one more button called environment variables. Just click on it and then go down to system variables, and then here just look for the path, then click edit. Now if you don't see this, that means your environment variables for JDK has not been set. So if you want to set it, just click new and then right click and paste and then click OK. That's it, right? So now your JDK is there, right? So now I have two JDK paths, so I don't need the extra one, so I delete it. Now sometimes you need to move this to the top. Originally this thing might be all the way at the bottom like this, so that might cause problem as well, and Ghidra might complain that it cannot find your JDK 11. So you need to move this one to the top by clicking like this to the top. Alright, now by default this thing is already set by the Flare VM installer and it will be at the bottom, so you might need to move it to the top like this before Ghidra can find it. That's all. So that's it. So we have now installed all the tools that you need for this course. The other thing I want to tell you is this Procmon and Proc Explorer. This is Process Explorer and this is Process Monitor. Initially this thing will be empty. That means down here on the taskbar you won't see this and this. So in order to put this in a taskbar, to pin this taskbar, for example, if I wanted to pin my process monitor to the taskbar, okay, it's not there. So let me show you again how to do it. This is Process Explorer. Now if I wanted, okay, let me unpin this two and this as well. Unpin. Now if you wanted to pin your let's say XDBG to the taskbar, just open your XDBG. Your XDBG will be installed in your Flare. Your XDBG should be here under Flare, under debuggers, 32-bit and 64-bit. So if you want to pin this to the taskbar, you run it first. And then once it's run, you can see down here. So right click and pin to taskbar. Then you can close this. Do the same thing for x64. Double click, let it run. Come down here, right click and pin, close. So now you have two programs, x32dbg and x64dbg, being pinned to the taskbar. Now next thing you want to pin to the taskbar might be your process monitor. So go and look for process monitor under utilities. It is called Procmon and we will be using this quite a bit. So Procmon is here, so just double click Procmon. Once Procmon is running, come down here, right click and pin it to the right click and pin it. pin to taskbar and then close Pokemon. Next thing you want to pin taskbar is Proc Explorer, Process Explorer, which we also will be using quite a lot. So double click on this, let it run, come down here, right click and pin to taskbar, close. Now you will notice that in the earlier versions of Process Monitor, the icon looks different from this. This is a different icon, newer version. So now the next thing you want to pin the taskbar is your FakeNet, which is already done, so you can move it all the way to the right like this. Now you can close this. So you can see, so now I've pinned my X32DBG. If I want to open it, just click on it. I've pinned my Process Monitor. Okay, somehow there's a problem with that, never mind. In order to put your Procmon in your desktop, all you have to go is go to Flare here and then go to Utilities, and then under Utilities, Procmon is there. You can put a shortcut on your desktop, right click and then create shortcut here if you prefer, so that it is easily available. So now you have your XDBG 32-bit, XDBG 64-bit, you have your Procmon here, your Process Explorer, and you have your FakeNet. But FakeNet, as I mentioned, is best run from the command line. So Procmon, you can now double click here to run Procmon. So that's all. If you cannot find your program here, you can either search here, search and then type whatever you want to find. Procmon, for example, and it's there. Alright, and if you cannot find there, go to Flare, go to Utilities, and you can find it here. Alright, or you can go into each one of these in turn, or another location is the Tools folder. The Tools folder is over here, C, Tools. This also contains most of the program that you want for our course. So most of the program for our course is found in Flare, Utilities. Okay, I just wanted you to know that there are other locations you can look for if you cannot find what you need. Okay, so I think that settles it for the missing programs that has been missed by the Flare VM installation process. So that's all for this video. Thank you for watching.